Some builds stand tall, others collapse on camera. You're watching Penny Fang. That slab is basically a gym membership hiding as a building material. Remember, large tiles need even support. Lifting wrong can crack the slab and you're back. Looks like he's speedrunning carpentry. But fun fact, spacing nails evenly like this keeps the wood from warping. Precision really matters. When you don't have the right tool, but you do have pure determination. But hey, smashing walls like this can damage hidden pipes. Always map your wiring before breaking anything. Bro, out here inventing DIY astronaut mode? But seriously, never rely on a plastic bag for dust protection. Use proper goggles and a mask before drilling overhead. Transporting wood like it's a jousting tournament. Safety tip: long loads need balance and space, not speed. When woodworking becomes a snowstorm of sawdust. Eye protection isn't optional, folks. Bro's riding like he's late for a meeting with destiny. Reminder: 2 wheels, 2 brakes, please use both. He's sealing that chimney like it owes him money. Good seal equals no leaks, no tears, no emergency at 2 a.m. When life throws sand in your face, literally, always keep your center of balance when pushing a wheelbarrow. Cutting a metal pipe in a trench is basically hard mode unlocked. Safety tip: sparks plus confined space equals double the caution needed. Rule 1. If it creaks, retreat immediately. Teamwork level: don't stand under the coconuts. Trust me, always check your landing zone before you bring down half a tree. That moment when you realize assembling furniture is actually a combat sport. Pro tip: secure the frame before testing your luck. Bro is literally risking his whole ancestry just to paint that last corner. Remember, if your technique requires gravity to be your harness, it's not a technique. This forklift said gravity, but seriously, always balance your load before climbing a ramp. Bro adjusting his wiper manually, that's dedication. Tip: if your wipers fail, pull over, don't become the wiper. Teamwork level, risky but impressive. Safety note, always secure your scaffold boards before stepping on them. When you skip leg day but never skip being chaotic. Tip, poles aren't gym equipment, unless you want unexpected injuries. This little tool is the real MVP, pulling that floor in tight. Always use proper tools to avoid damaging your boards. When your excavator decides it wants to be a drone, always check the ground before lifting heavy equipment. He's holding that wall like it's his last chance in life. Remember, always keep your hands clear of moving tools. She's renovating like she's going to a fashion show. Cute outfit, but safety gear is always the real glue. That concrete block is swinging like it's on vacation. Pro tip, always clear the area when lifting overhead. Painting the ceiling with concrete. Bold choice. Just remember, gravity is undefeated, so wear your goggles. Nothing like using horsepower to fight actual tree power. Always stand uphill when pulling heavy logs. He's trimming that bush like he's cutting hair for a VIP client. Smooth cuts, but keep both hands on the tool. When the tool does the work better than your back ever could, just make sure your fingers stay far, far away. Teamwork, level 100. 1 lifts, 1 places, 1 supervises from a safe distance. Efficiency plus safety equals win. He's painting the wall like he's frosting a cake. Smooth skills, but don't forget the mass chemicals aren't tasty. This guy's trimming grass like he's drawing a perfect line on his homework. Satisfying and safe. Notice how he keeps his feet back from the blade. Good habits save toes, my friends. Bro already lost the front bumper but said, "We ball." Remember, if your car looks like this, maybe avoid speed bumps for a while. Walking on rebar grids is basically a balance test. Always wear hard soles and watch your step. This floor bites. My guy said safety gear. Nah, vibes only. But seriously, hot metal plus bearskin equals instant regret. Always suit up in the shop. When your excavator takes the phrase hanging in there too literally. Heavy lifts like this always demand proper rigging and clear That tree fell like it had beef with the house. Always calculate the fall direction. Trees do not do refunds. This machine is basically a lawn vacuum on steroids. Great for speed, but keep hands far from the feeder. Safety first, landscaping second. Cutting glass like slicing cheese. This cheese can ruin your whole week. Gloves on, pressure steady, and no sudden moves. This man treats demolition like leg day. Pro tip, always check what's behind the wall unless you enjoy surprise electrical shocks. This is what happens when the job says urgent, but the ladder says, nope. Always secure your footing. Gravity never takes a day off. Bro's measuring that beam like it owes him money. But hey, precision is everything. One wrong angle, and your whole house becomes modern art. When you don't trust normal tape, so you upgrade to volcano mode. Just remember, hot glue sticks great, but also burns great. That tomato's getting a spa treatment. Exfoliation level. Professional. Fun fact, peeling helps reduce bitterness in some dishes. He's fitting those stones like a puzzle master. Straight edges mean safer walkways, no twisted ankles today. Imagine cleaning a floor where you can see the abyss under you. Respects safety boots and steady steps, save lives on glass walkways. The dust cloud says, I'm working. The safety goggles say, I want to keep my eyes. Always protect your lungs. Concrete, dust is no joke. Climbing trees was fun as a kid. Now, it's a full-time job with safety gear and a paycheck. Proper harness equals fewer unexpected gravity checks. He's treating that ladder like a gymnastics event. But real talk, always keep 3 points of contact, or gravity will humble you real fast. Rolling around on a lift like it's a scooter, fun until physics shows up. Flat, stable ground is your best friend here. He's loading nails like he's in an action movie. Pro tip, always keep your hands clear nail guns, don't forgive mistakes. When the excavator says I'm not moving today, the whole team becomes a motivational speaker. Always secure heavy equipment before touching the tracks. That would lay the shaving faster than my barber on payday. Eye protection is a must, unless you want souvenirs in your eyes. Bro really said, "Let me park on stilts today." Cool experiment, but always double check your support stands. Farmer's got the cleanest sorting system gravity. Simple, smart, and saves your back from bending all day. Precision mode activated. Laying blocks like this keeps your foundation straight and future problems away. This tool is basically the spoon and fork of construction quick clean, and saves a ton of time. Carrot guy is pulling veggies like he's starting a lawnmower. Proper posture helps prevent back pain, folks. Hanging on the window like Spider-Man, but with way more responsibility. Safety harness tight equals life bright. This machine is doing the world's most aggressive ceiling renovation. Stand clear, falling debris is no joke. When unloading turns into a surprise slideshow, always secure the load or gravity will do it for you. Well, that's one way to unload a truck. But seriously, secure your cargo, gravity won't do the job safely for you. This guy's pulling that smoother like he's walking a stubborn dog. Slow and steady keeps the concrete level. When the tile is bigger than your future, you really want to lift it properly. Bend your knees, not your back. Every nail he fires is a reminder. Measure twice, shoot once. Straight boards equals fewer headaches later. From beginners to experts, no one's safe from the chaos of Penny Fang. Perfect pour. But remembers, low and steady keeps the formwork from bursting. Concrete may be strong, but patience is stronger. Multitasking level. Contractor plus football fan. Just don't mix the two. Your drill shouldn't celebrate a goal before you do. Controlled demolition done right. Gravity does the heavy lifting, but smart planning keeps everyone safe. Big glass, tiny margin for error. Always lift with support on both sides. Glass doesn't forgive second chances. When the wall panel starts waving at you, that's a sign you skipped the quality check. Always inspect before installation. Vibration helps concrete settle smoothly. It shakes out the bubbles, kind of like making a milkshake, just less tasty. That's why securing your load matters. One loose strap, and suddenly you're playing real-life barrel avalanche. Weight distribution is everything. Stack it wrong and the cargo unloads itself. No workers needed. Always calculate the fall direction. A tree doesn't care where your house is, it just follows the rope and gravity. When the sauce pours like a lava flow, that's your sign to check the bottle before shaking. Kitchen safety starts with knowing what's inside. Recycling level, pro. But hey, dragging a whole tree isn't ideal for balance. Always clear your path before skating. This is why proper shoring matters. 1 week support, and the whole deck decides to take a nap. Hugging lumber won't stop gravity. Always secure the stack before lifting. It's teamwork between you and physics. Cutting curved beams takes control. Let the blade work slowly, not forcefully. Precision beats speed every time. When your doorway looks like it came from a cartoon, it's time to recheck your level. Measure twice, build once. Never skip surface prep. Paint only sticks well to clean wood, otherwise you're just giving yourself extra sanding later. Bodywork rule: big dents need controlled hits, not rage. Aim carefully or you'll create 2 new dents fixing one. Driving metal pipes requires steady strikes. Too hard and you deform the pipe, too soft and nothing moves. Creative shade. But remember, large boards block vision. Safety first, sun relief second. Carrying an AC unit up a ladder is the gym membership nobody asked for. Always use proper lifting gear. Your spine will thank you later. Old tractor, new adventure. Just remember, dusty roads need slow speed to keep control and visibility. Flying metal chips are no joke. Eye protection is a must. These little rockets launch without warning. Plastering overhead requires solid footing. One misstep and gravity instantly applies for the job. Perfect teamwork between human and conveyor, but only when you time it right. Rhythm keeps the workflow smooth. Great cast. Just remember to scan behind you. First, nobody wants a surprise look in their hat. Using a chainsaw like this, secure the log first. A rolling piece of wood makes the blade twice as dangerous. Big tires take big torque. Tighten bolts in a star pattern to keep the wheel balanced and safe. When the building needs more AC units than a mall, you know insulation wasn't part of the budget. Proper insulation saves energy and your electric bill. That's a clean practice. Swing to clean. Always keep your eyes on the ball, not the highlight reel in your head. When your engine becomes a smoke machine, that's your cue to stop driving. Overheating only gets worse if you push it. Massive timber framing like this needs perfect joinery. One loose joint and the whole structure starts complaining. Spray painting works best with steady motion. Stop too long in one spot and you'll get drips instead of coverage. Pouring concrete this wide needs quick leveling. Once it starts setting, fixing uneven spots becomes twice the work. That's why you test joints before sitting. Wood doesn't warn you, it just gives up instantly. Road saws like this need water cooling to keep the blade from overheating. Hot blades warp fast and that's expensive. Pressure washing moving equipment is risky, always stop the machine first. Mud isn't worth losing a finger. Perfect sift. Removing rocks makes mortar smoother and stronger. Good prep always shows in the final result. When your mini excavator forgets to hit the brakes, teamwork becomes towing work. Always secure equipment before moving heavy trucks. That's a real balancing act. Loading trailers unevenly makes them tip fast. Weight distribution is everything. Ceiling work plus a shaky ladder. Bold choice. Always stabilize the ladder. Gravity doesn't give second chances. That's a pressure washer on beast mode. Aim carefully, too much pressure can rip grass right out of the soil. Small saw, big responsibility. Keep both hands steady, branches kick back harder than they look. Lift with your legs, not your back. Stone slabs look solid because they absolutely are. Planting evenly makes a big difference. Consistent spacing gives each seed room to grow strong. That's why temporary supports are essential. Unsupported brickwork eventually listens to gravity. Santa upgraded the sleigh this year, less reindeer, more horsepower. But hey, helmets still matter, even for Christmas deliveries. Using a long bar gives more torque, but only if you stay balanced. One slip, and you're doing an accidental workout. When the machine weighs more than a truck, your hands are not the solution. Always use proper lifting equipment. Muscles aren't rated for this. Jet engines create insane suction ever work this close. Safety zones exist for a reason, and that reason is literally life-saving. Motorcycles weren't designed for stair mode. One wrong angle, and gravity takes full control of these ramps, not steps. Great reminder. Chargers and outlets carry dangerous voltage. Always power off before opening any. Panels this size need secure bracing. Gravity doesn't wait, double-check supports before lifting. If your equipment is bouncing on the road, it's not secured. Always lock machinery tight before transport. Too much paint at once causes wrinkling. Thin layers always win. Patience makes the finish perfect. High-rise work demands fall protection. One misstep on the edge, and there's no rewind button. Always protect. When the big excavator forgets there's a coworker below, always communicate before dumping. Visibility isn't perfect from the cab. Hands near moving steel is never a good idea. Lock the machine before adjusting anything. That's how you keep all 10 fingers. Tire changing isn't a circus act. Standing on the wheel only makes the job riskier. Use proper clamps, not gravity. Overloading plus uneven terrain equals instant disaster. Hay may be light, but a full stack shifts fast if not tied well. Cement dust isn't harmless. Always drop bags gently. Less impact means less dust and easier breathing. Satisfying fix. Interlocking pavers only stay flat if the base's level. Prep work makes all the difference. High-pressure leaks are no joke. Shut off the main valve first. Fighting water pressure with your hands never works. Penny Fang, home of the internet's wildest builds and worst ideas. When your rim looks like it fought a curb and lost, always check wheel alignment after an impact. It saves tires and headaches. Cracks. This big mean structural movement. Before touching outlets, always cut the power safety first, curiosity second. That ladder setup screams don't climb me. Always keep ladders unstable. Ground creative angles don't count as safety. When water builds up like this, your drainage system is begging for maintenance. Blocked channels turn doors into waterfalls. Every crane has a limit. This one said nope. Overloading bends the boom and your repair bill. Loading from this height needs control. One extra scoop and suddenly you're landscaping the house. Foldable beds need proper locking. If the latch fails, the bed becomes a catapult and you're the payload. Never pull heavy furniture alone. One wrong pull and gravity instantly joins the fight. Steel hammer plus bare toes is a dangerous combo. Wear boots. Rocks don't care where your feet are. Dry sweeping cement into tile joints works, but wear a mask. Cement dust travels everywhere and lungs are filters. When you think you're stronger than the wind, and the wind says, "Let me show you real power," always secure your panels before lifting, folks. That oven door said nope. Before dinner even started, always check weight rating. Your strength class is not your spotter. He really said, why walk it down when gravity works for free? Smart idea, but tie the tool so you don't bonk someone's head. Ah yes, the classic moment when the cup is perfectly placed but your finger decides to betray you. Pro tip, always center the cup first. Cutting straight lines is easy, until the tile decides it wants to freestyle. Steady grip, steady stance, your two best friends. This bridge said, one at a time, sir. Always check load limits. Engineers write them for a reason. Bro out. out here slicing bricks like it's pizza night X. This pizza comes with free lung damage. Always use dust protection. When your mechanic says the suspension is fine. And this happens. Speed bumps are for slowing down, not taking flight. That moment when the mud says, new toy unlocked. Always test ground stability before entering soft terrain. Bros doing the ultimate shoulder workout just to stay alive. Always lock out the power before working near an elevator. Gravity doesn't care about your confidence. When your tool looks like it's held together by hopes and prayers, it's time to step back. Exposed belts like this can grab anything, hands included. That operator's got nerves of steel. On steep slopes like this, keeping a low center of gravity is the only thing between you and a very fast slide. When your first paint stroke says I quit, always test the spray. Pattern away from the surfacing less. Modern art is the plan. Bent nails have one mission, to embarrass you. But hey, hooking it like this is a great reminder to replace worn hammers. When your tire looks like overcooked spaghetti, that's heat damage. Heavy loads plus long racing equals instant rubber soup. This is the please not today moment. Rule 1. Never gamble with train crossings. Big trucks need wide, clear turns. That's not a leak, that's a full confession. When pressure builds up like this, shut the system off before checking the source. Rain said, I'll redesign it for you. Proper drainage is the first step in any foundation. Water always wins if you don't guide it. That tree said, if you're gonna crash into me, I'm keeping the engine as a souvenir. Nature always wins. Boats drive safe. This machine clocks in faster than my brain on a Monday morning. Just keep those fingers clear. Speed is cool until it's not. Fixing a giant crack with a tiny spoon. This is peak use what you got. But hey, small tools still need big safety. When the excavator says, tree, you're coming with me. Remember, always check what's attached before you pull. This guy makes bricks smoother than my life decisions. Precision like this saves time and fixes mistakes before they happen. When your wheel quits the job but the truck keeps going. Regular inspections. People, they exist for a reason. Smooth like butter. Watching this is therapy. But technique matters. One wrong flick, and it's a whole redo. When demolition goes from controlled to surprise. Always clear the drop zone. Gravity isn't joking around. When the nail says, "I'll finish myself, thanks." Funny, but always secure material before hammering. That bag is hanging on like it forgot something important. Always secure your load. Don't let the road be the reminder. My guy's fighting that pipe like it owes him money. But hey, always test your fittings before burying them. Trust me, future you will thank you. When your car gets more skincare than you do. Smooth moves though, keep the pad clean, or you'll scratch that beauty. Parking level. I'll just vibe here. Friendly reminder. Park inside the lines. Those things are there for a reason. That truck said, "Gravity." Never heard of her. Always double check the ground before lifting a full load. That's not concrete, bro, just summoned a swamp. Mix ratio matters, unless you want your driveway to wiggle. This is why we don't stand under anything hanging. Gravity is undefeated. Buddy hit that chimney like deleting browser history fast and with zero hesitation. But remember, safe distance first, confidence later. Recycling level. Genius. Just don't mix it up with the real oil can or things might get shiny in the wrong places. That splash said I'm free. Always secure your panels. Gravity loves surprise endings. My man out here practicing swimming for the Olympics. Also check the water level before you dive. That scaffolding said, "I'm off today." Remember guys, if it wiggles, it's not stable. Buddy measured height with pure confidence, not a tape measure. Always check clearance in tight spaces. when the pipe sneezes and you're standing right in front of it. Pro tip: never trust a pressurized line. That car just got folded like laundry. Safety zones exist for a reason. People double drill bit for double chaos. Right tool equals clean job. Wrong tool equals this video. My guy went in like, let me just poke it and hope for the best. Electric panels are not scratch and win tickets. That dump truck said, maximum spread. Stand clear, gravity doesn't negotiate. This tire didn't blow, it disintegrated. Check your tires, your life literally rolls on them. Satisfying until you realize that's ice you're standing on. Walk carefully, ice is nature's prank. Peeling off this hex pattern feels illegal, but satisfying. Always prep the surface properly if you want clean results. This tool cuts cleaner than my barber just. Remember to check the tree's angle so it doesn't fall back on you. Smoothing the floor like icing a giant cookie, just always follow the grain to avoid scratches. When the weed cutter starts dancing, that's your cue to keep a firm stance and control the recoil. That's not a spill, that's a grape avalanche. Always check the conveyor angle before unloading. That ship didn't dock, it performed a power move. Hydrodynamics reminder: big ships equals big suction forces. Gravity said, come here, boy. Always check what's under you before making heroic jumps. Working on a vertical wall like a pro, just keep the bucket low to avoid unexpected slides. Perfect circle fire edition. Just keep the flame moving or you'll melt more than you planned. That's why aircraft marshalling exists. One wrong angle, and the plane gets a very expensive dent. When your wheel is gone but you still have somewhere to be though, metal on asphalt is a big safety no-no. Yep, that's not a rocket launch. That's a learn from your mistakes launch. Kids, always follow safety rules unless you want your backyard to turn into a mini volcano. Teamwork level. Dangerous but determined. Always lift glass with proper gear, not with pure vibes and good luck like this. If it's hilarious, disastrous, or genius, it's here on Penny Fang. Nice finish. Keep the pressure even, push too hard and you'll dig trenches instead of smoothing concrete. Night pour problems. Control the flow first, clean edges, save hours of cleanup later. Roof surfing is not a sport. Always use harnesses, friction disappears fast up there. Big panels need clear paths and clear calls. One misstep and the stairs win. Steel bites back. Keep your feet clear and your hands out of pinch points. If it's hanging, don't stand under it. Gravity never misses. Overhead plastering needs timing. Too wet and it rains on you. Balance before lift. Center the load or the sling will tell on you. Dry fit first. Perfect cuts come from perfect measurements. Solid swing. Warm up first, power comes after control. When teamwork meets a homemade cutter, keep fingers clear and cut slow. Speed is fun until skin gets involved. Nature's reminder to slow down. In mountain roads, keep distance rocks. Don't use turn signals. Perfect pattern starts with a straight edge. Set the line first, then the speed comes easy. Cracks plus moisture equal trouble. Seal early small leaks love, becoming big repairs. Aisle racing is not a thing. Engines off indoor stores aren't test tracks. Busy street, heavy lift always set cones and spotters traffic doesn't pause for cranes. Load the roller right, too much paint turns ceilings into rain clouds. Gravity's undefeated. Pass from the side and stack low, watermelons bite back. Open trenches look harmless until you step wrong. Always mark and cover gaps, ankles don't bounce back. Big bucket, small road math doesn't work here. Choose the right attachment for tight spaces. Cold weather drilling hits different. Warm the bit and take breaks, frozen concrete fights back. Road trip with a boat. Secure the hitch and lights. Marine rules still apply on asphalt. Trees don't fall straight when wind joins the party. Cut with an escape path ready. Pipe cutting needs a steady roll. Secure it first round, things love to spin. Uneven dumping is asking for trouble. Level the ground before you lift the bed. A loose belt steals power and eats bearings. Proper tension saves fuel and parts. Ice turns parking into bumper cars. Slow inputs and winter tires make all the difference. Clean passes win every time. Light coats prevent runs and save you from sanding dossier vu. Perfect pressure makes perfect cuts. Too much force and you crush the texture. Fresh lines, safer streets. Straight edges help drivers read the road instantly. Unload slow to control the pile. Gentle dumps reduce bruising and waste. Hand steady, water light. Consistent pressure keeps the wall thickness even. Short, controlled strikes beat brute force. Accuracy saves the sheet hand your wrists. Water fill adds weight, but check seals first. Leaks turn traction into trouble. Watch the mix flow. Even feed prevents segregation and weak spots. Score before you split. A clean line saves chips and effort. Set posts plumb first. Straight foundations make fast, safe installs. Perfect slices come from steady hands, not speed. Even cuts cook better and waste less. Swing smart, not wild. Aim for the joint walls break easier where they're weakest. Heat it evenly. One hot spot can warp the whole piece. Three points of contact always. Ladders forgive nothing. Fans pull air one way, only wire it wrong, and cooling goes backwards. Fire and rubber don't play nice. Control the burn or the smoke controls you. That bucket is flirting with danger. Always mark clearance around power lines. Square the frame first. If the base is off, nothing above will behave. Good rhythm beats brute force. Sink your shovels to save energy. When the crane leans like its seasicle weighs balance the load before lifting. Ships move, gravity doesn't. Deep holes need clear communication. One signal missed, and things get risky fast. Trail riding tip. Shift your weight back before drops or the front wheel will teach you a lesson. Overlap your passes. Even coats beat thick ones every time. Slow and steady clears snow cleaner. Speed just hides ice underneath. If it can fall, it will. Secure overhead items before working below. High pressure cleans fast. Keep distance to protect paint and seals. Wind is an invisible coworker. Anchor panels before the gusts show up. Lift square, set slow. Rushing heavy installs is how cracks happen. Aim smart, not hard. Hit the weak spots first and the ceiling comes down easier. Jackhammers bite back. Keep a steady stance and let the tool do the work. Straight feed, steady speed. Rushing cuts makes crooked pieces. Dig slow near walls. One wrong move and gravity takes over. Construction zones need barriers, not hope. Darkness hides mistakes fast. Sharp chain, clean cuts. Dull blades are how kickbacks happen. Deep holes need clear edges. Mark them or someone's ankle pays the price. Even strokes seal better. Miss a line and water will find it. When the road becomes a rescue mission, always secure the load and block traffic. Gravity doesn't care about rush hour. That pump is working overtime. Check hose pressure and anchor's water power adds up fast. Welcome to Penny Fang, where the best content comes from the biggest mistakes. That tree is coming down whether it agrees or not. Clear the drop zone. Wood doesn't forgive mistakes. Clean cuts make tight seals. Gaps now turn into heat loss later. That's nature's perfect grid. Gentle handling keeps the comb and the bees happy. Lift with legs, not ego. One bad twist and your back files a complaint. Perfect patterns come from steady feeds. Rushing makes ugly holes. Right wheel, right speed. Wrong combo melts more than it cuts. Slow passes lift dirt better. Let the water work, not the wrist. Height signs aren't decoration. Measure twice, drive once. Control the flow or the pile controls you. Even spread saves, rework. Ropes tight, knots checked. At height, habits keep you alive. Those blades mean business. Keep a clear escape. Path trees don't pause for second takes. Cut straight, keep the guard on. Speed without control is how kickbacks happen. Even spacing matters. Tight loops heat better and save energy long term. Stack smart, not tall. Stable piles save backsand toes. Big tires move with leverage, not muscle. Use the bar your shoulders will thank you. Compact in layers. Thin lifts beat pounding one thick mess. Slow passes seal better. Miss a seam in water will find it. Consistent ridges equals full contact. That's how tiles stay put. Quick hack, but be careful, heat glass evenly to avoid cracks. Check traps regularly. A 5-minute clean beats a flooded yard. Mixing cement indoors like this? One spill and your floor becomes permanent art. Always protect surfaces before mixing. That drip looks harmless until you realize it never stops. Small leaks turn into big repairs. Steel mesh doesn't forgive fingers. Gloves aren't optional, they're survival gear. Gravity is undefeated. Balance tricks belong in the gym, not on the job site. Opening the valve full blast is fun until you lose control. Always start slow, then increase pressure. This isn't a repair, it's a promise to break later. Temporary fixes always come with interest. Overloading saves time until cleanup eats the schedule. Correct loading height matters. One wrong cut and the tree decides its own direction. Always plan the fall line first. When warm air meets cold weather, ice wins. Proper insulation prevents this mess. Fresh concrete remembers everything. Once you step in, there's no undo button. Using an extension pole saves your shoulders, just don't forget gravity still works when the paint drips. This sprinkler has perfect aim but zero respect for water pressure control. Long pole, short ladder, smart move. Less climbing means fewer accidents. Always cut with an escape path. Trees fall faster than you think. This is teamwork at scale. Machines do the heavy lifting, humans do the thinking. If it fits, it ships, but load balance is what really keeps it safe. Good mortar work is all about patience. Rush it, and cracks will come back. Controlled pouring beats speed, less mess, stronger results. Improvised tools are funny, but steering wheels deserve 2 real hands. Strong joints come from straight screws. Angle it wrong, and wood will split. Sealing the gap nice and slow. Rushing this step is how water finds its way in later. This looks boring, but clean surfaces are the secret to long-lasting results. Working this close to traffic. Safety gear isn't optional, it's survival. Teamwork saves backs. Heavy art still obeys the laws of physics. Old school technique, but alignment here decides how long the roof survives. Perfect trenching like this saves hours later during pipe installation. Cold weather cutting needs patience. Frozen wood behaves differently. Smart setup. 1 clean cut beats 10 sloppy ones. Overlaps matter. Miss one seam, and the leak will find it. Let the tool do the work. Forcing it is how blades and hands get hurt. Fast machine, clean cuts, but always keep your hands clear, or this snack turns into a hospital visit. That tree's coming down exactly where planned. Good notch cut, good escape route. Smooth flow on the conveyor means less clogging and way less cleanup later. When trees lean like this, gravity is already doing half the work. Timing matters. Simple tool, perfect leverage, no broken lids, no spilled paint. High pressure cleans fast, but steady movement keeps the tiles from getting damaged. Penny Fang proves once again that the job site is full of surprises. That's what happens when surface prep gets skipped. Paint sticks to dust, not walls. Smooth, pour, steady hand. Even coffee teaches patience and control. One loose hinge now saves 10 headaches later. Always check alignment. Strong muscles help, but smart lifting saves your back. That blade doesn't forgive mistakes. Measure twice, cut once. Good ties mean strong concrete. Small details hold big structures. Weight balance matters. Gravity always wins. Perfect rhythm, zero distractions. Machines reward focus. Noise isn't power. Balance your blades, save the motor. Perfect brick alignment until you remember this pole isn't moving. Measure twice, stack once. That's not road testing. That's tire retirement. Fun to watch, expensive to fix. Low-tech tools, high-level skills. Even simple molds need patience and timing. Buddy's thinking about driving, but step 1 is still learning the brakes. Every strike has a purpose. Stone splitting is more about accuracy than strength. Best seat on site. But never forget tree bar isn't a chair. Safety always comes first. Long shift, sharp focus. Industrial work is tough, but consistency keeps quality high. Efficient mowing, clean results. Machines save time, but only when handled correctly. Teamwork matters. Heavy jobs need coordination, not just muscle power. Great tile pattern, but someone forgot to measure where the outlet lives. Always mark utilities before cutting. This is what proper alignment looks like. When the setup is right, the machine does the hard work for you. That's not a stunt chest dust and no traction. Clean floors save bones. When the truck misses the target, cleanup becomes the real job. Positioning matters. Those shoes look cool, but not for this job. Safety gear isn't fashion, it's survival. Strong arms help, but smart angles save energy. Technique beats brute force. That's why we check ground conditions first. Wet sites don't forgive mistakes. When loading goes wrong, every car pays the price. Secure loads save money. Creative engineering, but safety should always lead creativity. When nails don't follow the plan, pre-drilling is your best friend. Big truck, tiny turn and zero room for mistakes. This is why route planning actually matters. That bend is clean and precise. Slow pressure beats brute force every time. When the AC isn't enough, just turn your car into a mobile wind farm. Perfect cable management. Future you will be very thankful for this. Good balance, steady hands, and one wrong move away from a bad day. Safety first. Concrete looks tough until the right tool shows up. Measure twice, crawl once. This is why planning saves your back. Smooth rotation, perfect tension. Industrial ASMR right here. When the whole crew stops working just to see if it'll work. That's not cleaning, that's bringing a carpet back to life. BigBag.com crew. When lifting near water, slow moves and clear signals save the day. Gravity always wins. Drill at an angle and catch the dust to your lungs. We'll thank you. Temporary fix. Permanent lesson. Drainage needs proper slope, not duct tape dreams. That scratch hurts the soul. Prep and masking matter or paint will tell on you. Pure muscle power. Mark the cut line first. Accuracy saves energy and fingers. Smooth swing, quiet mind. Balance beats power every single time. When wheels spin, stop. Add traction before you dig a bigger hole. Wrong angle, wrong moment. Always check ground stability before pushing. Tool slipped. Lesson learned. Clamp your work knees are not safety gear. Cut with respect. Control the tool, mind the kickback, and keep both feet planted. Sparks flying means focus time. Proper stance and eye protection save more than just your shirt. That dust cloud isn't harmless. Ventilation and a mask turn chaos into clean work. Lock it tight before lifting. Loose panels love to surprise people. Smooth joints, strong wall. Even pressure makes a big structural difference. Heat with control. Too fast burns it, too slow won't seal it. Let the chain do the work. Forcing it backfires literally. Heavy lift, bad idea solo. Use straps or call a friend. Confidence level, expert. Accuracy level, freestyle masonry. Pro tip: less mortar, more alignment. When landscaping turns into a boss fight. Rule 1. Clear obstacles before you mow. That block trusted gravity a little too much. Always support before you step. Now that's precision. Smooth cuts come from steady pressure, not speed. Old school tools, unlimited patience. Sometimes leverage beats horsepower. That cut is cleaner than my weekend plans. Let the blade do the work. Steel spaghetti, perfectly tied. Good rebar work means stronger concrete later. Oddly satisfying. Even layers now save repairs later. Small machine, big attitude. Proper setup makes tough jobs easy. Clean packaging is half the job. Secure it right, ship it safe.